Is up, guys? Proper Truth here. So today what you guys are going to be getting is my Salamangreat Deck profile. Now I know you guys are probably expecting more of like an updated version of my original Cyberse. Still working on that. I actually got the microcoders, the Cyberse codec, all that stuff. I'm just play testing to see how it can work. But this Cyberse deck, my solid Cyberse deck, is actually not that bad. I've been playing that most of the time, and got that feel of the deck, understand the deck now, know how to use it, and I've been tweaking with it. I just didn't want to give you guys a solid profile that wasn't like really good. Like let me put this down. Everybody's solid profile is pretty much the same thing. Now, I'm not gonna lie, mine is pretty much almost the same thing. I just did little tweaks, maybe stuff I'm still testing, which I'm gonna show you guys. Like outside of the deck, not in the deck. And maybe you guys can give me your opinion on it. But enough said, let's get straight to this profile. But before we do, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to show some love by hitting that subscribe button and that notification button as well. You guys ready? Let's go. Alright guys, so I decided to actually spread out the deck for you guys, because I know some people who watch deck profiles, sometimes they just want to see every card all at once to get an idea of it rather than one by one. So this is something new that I'm trying. If you guys like it, let me know in the comment box below. But this is the deck so far. This is a 40 card solid deck. As I mentioned in the intro, it's pretty much your standard solid deck, you know, the 1 Gazelle, the 3 Foxy, the 3 Spinnies. Some people actually are playing 1. Very few are playing 2. I decided to jump Jaguar to 2 because just cause you know, they hit circle, and you know, I just wanted another way just in case like somebody gets rid of my Jaguar out of the grave, like Called by the Grave or DD Crow. I have a spare one to use to still be able to go off. I still kept the 1 Falco and whatchamacallit, Cristado, I call him Cristado, Salamangreat Cristado. I just one. Honestly, this is pretty much your standard of salad. Lady Debug, as you guys see, it's at 1. You still play it. Now, Buffalo, let me put Buffalo right here for you guys. Buffalo is at 1. Honestly, I like it at 1. I don't have the other 2. SS Hot Potatoes has my other 2. But even if I did have my other 2, I think I would still try to play it at 1. It's something that I wanna keep testing out, because don't get me wrong, playing 3 is amazing. It's actually beneficial if you really think about it. If you're playing 3, because you're getting the +2. But then if I draw more than 1, it just starts getting annoying, and it's like, oh, you know what? Let me you know, you're wasting. It's a dead card if you're drawing more than 1. As long as you see it, I guess. Here in this deck, if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. I still could do my combos. It doesn't matter. But yeah, a Buffalo is. I'm testing that 1. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys believe I should play at least 1 more or play a play set? But in my opinion, right now, I think it's alright. Next up is the 2 Drolls. Droll I main deck. I just started main decking actually. I did not main this before I actually sided it, but then I was like, you know what? Let me just try main. I know. I'm trying to remember who topped out of regionals with it. Other than my boy Alex, shout out to him. He actually hit, I think top. Oh my gosh, I think he came in like 13th place with Salad in the last regionals last weekend. And he was maining the Drolls. He was maining Drolls. It was nuts. And he was smoking everybody's, but was smoking Orcus and everybody. But that was an idea of why I started maining it, because he mained it. He said it worked for him. But there was somebody else. I don't recall his name, but I'll find out and I'll see if I put it in the description below. But 2 Drolls, 2 Ogres. Ogres is amazing. I even thought about playing it at 3, but I just don't want to overstuff this deck with hand traps, because as you can see, you're playing the 3 Ashes, and Ash will always be Ash. I think you should main it in here, just so you can be able to stop stuff from your opponent while you have a controlled board already. Next up is the 1 Backup Secretary. Backup Secretary is generic. Control Cyberse, special summon it. It's a level 3 that gives you a chance to go into Salamangreat Stalio. And the same thing for the Sea Archiver. Archiver is good. Just be careful how you use it, because if you summon Stalio first, you're going to go into fires, and this is water. If this was fire, my gosh, this would be so broken. Off to the spells. As you guys see, the spells is pretty much straight to the point. The 1 circle, wish it was at least a 2. I wish it was at 2 at least. The 3 minings, have to, no questions about it. Called by the grave, it's, you got to. If they stop any of your plays with like Ash or Ogre, you know, you're kind of screwed. You need Called by the Grave, no questions about it. It's pretty generic in any deck like this. The 1 Foolish, have to. Foolish to Spinny, Foolish to Jaguar, Foolish to Falco, even Foolish Foxy, or even Gazelle, because Gazelle, you can bring Gazelle right back to the hand with Wolf. So definitely the Foolish. The Monster Reborn, obviously generic. And 2 Wills. I'm actually playing 2 Wills. It's a Soul Charge or Monster Reborn, either or, depending which one you pick. You have to. I think 2 is perfect, especially in this format. It's just right. It's just like, even if you see it, amazing. Even if you don't, you can still dump it with Gazelle. But I just like, because if I get rid of 1, sure, I can bring it back, but I'll be honest with you, I've been playtesting this deck for a while against SS Hot Potatoes, Omega. They can tell you I never really drawn 2 at the same time, so I think 2 is just the perfect ratio. I don't want to start jinxing myself now, so I'm hoping I don't draw 2. But I like it at 2. And then the Fusion of Fire, 1 Fusion of Fire. I honestly go back and forth a lot with this card, because I want to main it. But I just don't want to at the same time. Like, I'd rather side deck it. Because the cool thing about it, if I lose the die roll, and my opponent ends with a board that's, you know, either decent or just not that bad, or able just for me to OTK, I wanna get game 1 guarantee. So that's why I put it in there. And it's funny, because I've taken it out and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to against somebody at my locals, and it's like, damn, why did I take it out? I could have just OTK'd him right now. I could have just send this to the grave with Gazelle and get it right back and then push for game. But that's why I'm like going back and forth with it. But it's all right. I mean, I can't lie. Regardless, you're still getting a monster on the board. And then the last spell is, obviously, as you can see, I know it was all the way in the corner, so I'm gonna put it right here, is the Sanctuary. Salamangreat Sanctuary. Have to. No more than 1, please don't do that. I've actually ran into players that are playing 2. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I prefer, and I prefer just to play 1. And people ask too. Like, I asked them. I asked like, why are you playing more than 1? They're like, oh, I get Cosmic Cyclone a lot, and then I can't reincarnate once I can't reincarnate. You know, yeah, I get where they're coming from, but I feel like you could put something better. You have to give me a real, like, other than Cosmic Cyclone, because I barely see anybody siding it or even maining it. You know, you got to give me a better reason why I should play 2, so, or more than 1. So that's the spell lineup, guys. You can see, this is why I laid this out. See how quick it goes by. I go by with it, and you guys can see the full. If you guys want to go back to see a card, you guys can just see it from here. But straight to the point with the traps. Playing 5 traps, 1 rage, 1 roar, 3 impermanence. Have to. I even thought about putting either rage to 2, or we're putting roar to 2 or rage to 2. One of those, it's one of them that's gonna go to 2. I'm not gonna put both of them at 2, but it's one of them that I really want to test out. Maybe roar, just cause it's a stopper. It stops anything. It's a counter trap. But rage is so good too. But I really don't know. I don't know. Impermanence is a must. That's another form of a hand trap. And it negates a column if you activate it from mid face down. Deck is beautiful. I love it. I love how it plays. I think even if you draw each hand trap, your first hand, and then the other 2 are like, let's say if each of this is in your hand with a Gazelle, and let's say a Foolish, oh my god, you're gonna go nuts from there. It doesn't even matter. It's happened. I've drawn 1, 1, 1, and then I had a Gazelle and a Foolish, and it's like, okay, yeah, if you have a handful of hand traps, it doesn't matter if you're ripping the Gazelle and Foolish or something like that. You know, even if you drew into the 3 hand traps and assigned them mining and any of these, it's still a plus. It's still a plus. The hand, and then you end the board with a little bit of control, and then your hand is nothing but control. You know, even if they called by the grave any one of these, you still got the other two. So it's pretty nuts. The only thing that this deck is missing that that I really need to get my hands on is Thanos, you know, the Phantasm Dragon. I gotta get him. I need the playset of this, but he's just so damn expensive. I'm not even gonna waste my time or money on that. So if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'm still loving how this deck is playing. Another card I would love. I'm dying to test this because let me get it real quick. I'm dying to test this because it's like, it's just such a good card. It's a Cyberse card, and it literally just came out, and that's gonna be the let me get him. I got him right here. I want to play the 3 microcoders, to be honest. There is some builds on it once, like I've seen once, maybe once or twice online, but I gotta really find a way to incorporate them into here. They let you link into the hand. The only thing is that it's gotta be for a code talker. Now there are builds of Salamangreats playing the transcode build with the updated jammer. There could be maybe a way if we can bring out, you go into like what's his name, Wolf, and then you can go in this to transcode, and you can get a search maybe for a Signet conflict. So now you can play Roar or conflict and have 2 negates. You get what I'm saying? So it's something that I'm going back and forth and testing with. If you guys think that this can work in here, please let me know. Help a brother out, please. So again, 40 cards in the main deck. Let's get straight into the extra deck for you guys. Cool? Alright guys, so this is my side deck. I feel like, again, I always say this in every deck profile video for you guys. My side deck, my preference. Your side deck, your preference. If you guys feel like you want to change anything here, do so. Remember, a lot of people side based on their locals, and then they start reviewing how it works in regionals or nationals or whatever event you're going to, YCS, you know, or pro games. So this is my side deck. I'm running 2 Nimbirus. Even thought about playing 3, but you got to be careful how you play Nimbiru, because number one, Nimbiru blows up your board. You know, he's blowing, and then he's also blowing up your board and your opponent, and then your opponent's getting a hell of a beat stick token. I do go back and forth playing 3, because there's times when I'm either going back and forth with evenly match, because you know, it's either 2 evenly matches and 3 Nimbirus, or 2 Nimbirus and 3 evenly matches. It's just evenly match banishes everything, which is why at the moment it is at 3. And you can actually, if your opponent negates 1, you can activate another one. So that's another reason why I decided to keep it at 3. Second is Lancia, Artifact Lancia. Artifact Lancia is at 2 now. It used to be at 3. Yeah, you got your Thunder Dragons and your Orcus plays still, but I felt like, okay, let me try it out. Let me try it out too, see how it works. So far so good. Regardless, I still see it at 2. Dark Rule No More. Dark Rule No More is like the shit. I don't know how else to put it. This card is like broken. I don't even know why I'm playing 2. I should be playing 3. But I do have a third one. I haven't went back and forth for 2 or 3 yet. This will probably be the next card I'll be testing. And the only reason why I'm thinking of something like that is because I feel like something here needs to change. It does. Because I want to play 3 Twin Twisters. Because, you know, if we're playing against anybody that's heavy in back row, like who plays a rogue deck, such as like maybe Altergeist, you might see once in a while, even Diablo's players, you know, you want to clear that back row. You want to be able to stop stuff like that. So I want to play this at 3. I just don't know what to take out. Super Poly, I want to play at 2, but I might have to take out the mind controls out of that. But every time I play and I side deck, mind control comes so clutch. Like, you know, you link away your opponent, you bring out a Phoenix, and you're like, yeah, what you gonna do now, sucker? So yeah, so something here will change. Like, again, it's preference. I'm still working on it, but this is so far what I have, and it's not that bad. I really do like it. It's just I want to be able to have a little bit more control, and I gotta figure that out. I even thought about throwing kaijus in here. Go back to cyber kaijus, just with salad. So yeah, the 2 Dark Rule No Mores, the 1 Super Poly, you can't put this to 2. I would highly suggest you find a space to put to 2. 2 Twin Twisters, 2 mind controls. Mind controls is amazing. It's such a good card, especially in this deck, and it's hilarious when you run into a mirror match and you're like, oh great, let me get that because I'm gonna need to summon my wolf now. Hilarious, hilarious. I love it. You can even increase it to 3 if you want, but I think 2 would be the fair amount. For the trap, Imperial Order, Sky Strikers, Pendulums. This is like God tier. Like, this just shuts down a lot. If you draw it and you rip it, and you're going first against Sky Strikers, they might as well just either scoop it or go to game 3. And then, like I mentioned before, the 3 evenly matches. You have to at least have it in your side deck. It does not matter if you run in 2 or 3. I still go back and forth like I said before. Now, there are some Salad players that I've noticed that are side decking the Thanos, the Phantasm Dragon. They are side decking him instead of maining him. Me, I would main him, but if I ever do side deck him, I will probably, I'll be honest with you, probably take out the mind controls, just so I can be able to get that draw power. So, because if I draw into mind control and Nibiru, it's more like, you know, I'm gonna clear his board. So like, I'd rather clear his board than take a monster. So it would definitely be a Thanos by taking these 2 out. But yeah, 15 here, guys. Again, your preference. If you guys want to change anything here, more than welcome. Let's get straight into the extra deck. Alright guys, this is my my extra deck. You're pretty generic. If you're playing Salad or you know Salad, you already know that this is pretty much the ratio. Your 3 bays, your 3 Baylings, your 3 wolves, and your 2 Heat Leo. So a lot of people are dropping this to 2. I don't want to be honest, but I might, just because I want to add 1 card in here, because I have tested back and forth. Now, as you can see, this is a 15 extra deck. However, I might drop 1 down to play Honeybot. Let me put Honeybot right here. Honeybot, because I was testing it before, and there's times when I actually end with a Heat Leo and Honeybot, and then I have Stalio here and a Phoenix hooked onto Honeybot. Now, the Stalio comes after Honeybot gets summoned. You gotta summon the Honeybot first, or else Stalio will stop you from. You are only restricted to summon fire. So remember that. Remember that, guys. I made a mistake when I first started testing Honeybot, and then I got called out on it, and I didn't realize it. And then I learned how to do it with just summoning Honeybot. So you can drop a Baylings if you want to try the Honeybot. It's cool because now they can't target your Stalio. Your Honeybot can't be destroyed by battle because of the Phoenix, and then Phoenix can't be targeted either. So it's again, Honeybot creates those cute little locks, so they can't impermanence him. It's insane. It's pretty cool, and I like it. I like it like that. But I'm going back and forth with that. So it's either Honeybot that I go back and forth with, or sometimes even number 41, the sleeping bear, I call him, even though he's the alcoholic bear. But these are the 2 I'm really trying to go back and forth with. Right now, this is what your average Salad extra deck does look like. Not extra deck, no, extra deck, I'm bugging, oopsie. And then, so yeah, that's your standard right here, and you're gonna go to the Hedia, which is like your Monster Reborn. Your Phoenix, because it's fire, pops back row, can draw if it's cold length. Board Sword to just end shit quickly, you know. So why take down an entire army by yourself? You just take down the 1 bully. Bam. That's your guy. He's the bully killer. And then 2 Stalios. I like the 2 Stalios. I'm not gonna lie to you. A couple people just told me, like my locals, yo, drop it to 1. That way you have an extra space for something else, maybe like a Venom Dragon, because you're siding the Super Poly, and you might go up against Orcas or Thunder Dragons. They're right. They're right. But I've gotten called by the grave so many times. Every time I try to bring this back or try to return it back with Sunlight, I just always want that second one. I always want to see it. So that's why I'm playing that too. Can play it at 1 and then fit. Like, you can actually put those 2 cards that I told you about and take out 1 of each, and you'll still be able to. You can go do it like that. I might even try it like that just to see. Abyss Dweller is Abyss Dweller. You know, you end the board with a Dweller. You can, with a control, and you have hand traps. Your opponent is gonna scoop. They can't hit. They're not touching the graveyard like Orcas and all that stuff. They can't. Even mirror matches. It's funny when you use this in a mirror match. And then Violet Chimera. This is like your god in this entire shit right here. This is your god. This is like, this is the real Bay Links. This is the real Bay. So amazing card. Pushes for the OTK. I actually got to play. It was funny. He was a Blue Eyes player, but he was still getting back into the game. So like, but he had a Blue Eyes on board. Now it was funny because not everything here gets over Blue Eyes unless you're summoning these two knuckleheads. That's how you're usually gonna get through it, or you're gonna rage it or whatever. But if he has Return in the Grave, it starts getting annoying. So I had a little bit of like somebody like guiding me in a way, because I was like so lost. And you know, we did Will, and Will brought this back. He said you should bring this back with Will. And I was thinking, like, you know, I don't know, because the problem with that is that I wanted to go and bounce him. I wanted to summon the other Stallion, bounce him, but then he was like, nah, just push for the game, because I was gonna bring him back, either bounce him or I had a board, and I was just gonna link everything to board sword and go for the game from there. But it was true, because you bring this back, you actually I reincarnated Heat Leo, targeted the Blue Eyes, and I targeted Ghost Ogre, and he was 0, and then I brought him back, and then boop, game from there. So yeah, that's the only way I really got over it. But this is truly big right here, no questions about it. So yeah, that's the deck profile, guys, of my Salad. As you can see, it is generic, but there is little tweaks that I am trying. Like I said, I want to try whatchamacallit, this guy, the microcoder. I definitely want to try out the microcoder. I go back and forth with these two in that extra deck, but there is going to be a build I'm going to be trying to play these guys in. So there you guys have it. Thank you for watching. So there you guys have it, my Salad deck profile for you guys with Salamangreat, if you want to be technical. As I said, pretty generic. A couple of tweaks that I want to try out, definitely, like I said, with the microcode talkers and back and forth with the side deck. Definitely want to work on the extra deck as well. I like how it plays, even though it got hit with the balance with Gazelle 1, Circle to 1. You know, it's still a functional deck. Sorry about all the emergency stuff that's happening outside, and you're seeing all these, goddamn, a lot of firefighters and cops. Anyway, yeah, it's your average Salad deck. Salad to me is still good in this format. It's one of those decks that can be a hit or miss depending who you're going up against and what deck you're going up against. It's still a fun deck to play. You know, you guys know me, Salad guy, Cyberse guy. I love Cyberse. The next one I'm working on is Marine Cess. It's something that I really gotta do. Like, I gotta create every Cyberse deck, and I love it. I love it. The next one I'm also looking forward to is the Process Layers, or the Matham, whatever it's called in TCG. But yeah, the deck is good. It's now that we have like, you know, Nibiru and Dark Rule No More. These are cards that can actually make the deck still work. Like, you know, yeah, your opponent's gonna go first, and then you just wipe their whole board, and then you play, and you're going for your control. You can push for the OTK, or set up, attack, and go for the control after that. And your opponent is not gonna be able to do nothing, because 90% of the time of combo decks like that, like Thunder Dragons and stuff like that, or the Guard Dragons and all that, they all use the entire extra deck. And then if you wipe that all out, they're kind of screwed, because now they can't recover. And for Dark Rule No More, it can be anything, any deck that you can shut down and still be able to go off, you know. But I really like how the deck came out. I'm still working on it, guys. If you guys got any ideas or hints or whatever, just let me know in the comment box below. Other than that, I do hope y'all enjoyed this deck profile. And guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope to see y'all at the next video. Later.